Today I want to share a real-life conversation that got me thinking deeply. Just recently, I had the chance to speak with 3 fellow members during our district meeting. All of them have been practicing Nichiren Buddhism for more than 30 years. I chose to talk to them because they belong to what I'd call the quiet group. Those who usually sit silently, don't comment much, and rarely share. So I asked a simple question. Do you have any testimony to share with the people here? Their responses were, "No la, I don't have anything to share. For me, I think chanting is good. Just stay safe and healthy. That's enough." Okay la, life's still the same. Honestly, hearing these responses made me feel a bit concerned. After decades of practice, have we become too comfortable? Or maybe, have we forgotten what this practice is truly about? Let's have an honest discussion here. When we first started practicing, many of us chanted with burning determination to overcome a problem, to change our karma, to protect our family, or to achieve something big. But over time, have we started chanting just to stay safe and healthy? Have our prayers become vague or even absent? Here's what Sensei said in the World Tribune on March 17, 2006. Prayer in Nichiren Buddhism is fundamentally a vow. It is a pledge or commitment to follow a chosen course of action. It is a declaration to challenge a clear objective. This struck me deeply, because when we chant without a vow, without a clear prayer, it's like we're setting sail without a direction. So why are we not motivated to chant sometimes? Because deep down, we're not sure what we're chanting for. We haven't declared a challenge, we haven't set a vow, and without a vow, we avoid confronting problems head-on. We don't feel the urge to resolve our challenges, and so we end up chanting less daimoku with less conviction. We lose faith in this practice, and as a result, daily chanting can start to feel like a chore. Why are we not motivated to chant with clear purpose? Let's reflect together on 5 possible reasons. 1. No clear motivation, no goals. When we don't set prayers, we're simply going through the motions. Chanting without purpose is like sailing without a direction. You move, but you don't know where you're heading. Nichiren Daishonin said, "You must not only persevere in your practice, but also make a great vow." This vow is our prayer, our determination. 2. Inconsistent practice, weak faith. We might chant some days and skip others. Faith that's irregular becomes weak, like watering a plant only once a week and expecting it to bloom. 3. Excuses, too busy, tired, or do it later. We're all busy, but when life gets hectic, practice is not what we delay. It's what we turn to. It's our engine, not our obligation. 4. Life feels stuck, but we're not using practice to challenge it. Some people are overwhelmed by problems, but instead of challenging those issues through chanting, they give up or silently endure. Remember, suffer what there is to suffer, enjoy what there is to enjoy, strengthen your faith. This is a practice to overcome, not just endure. 5. Not learning, not reflecting. If we stop studying, we lose perspective. We might forget what Buddhism teaches about the potential of our lives. Nichiren Buddhism is founded on the 3 proofs: documentary proof, the writings of Nichiren Daishonin, theoretical proof, teachings that make sense logically, actual proof, real visible benefits in daily life. If we're not experiencing actual proof, something's missing. And often, it starts with whether we're setting clear, determined prayers. So what can we do about it? What do you want to transform right now? What would your vow be if you were to chant with all your heart today? Because this practice isn't just about surviving, it's about winning. It's about transforming suffering into value. It's about declaring, "I will overcome this challenge. I will show actual proof of the power of the Gohonzon, share my victory with others, and play my part in advancing Kosenrufu." Follow me as we learn to go back to the basics, to the heart of this practice. How we can refresh our practice and start chanting with purpose again. This is something I discussed in one of my previous videos. The truth about laziness and how to overcome it. Feel free to check it out for a deeper dive, but allow me to share a few key takeaways and practical tips right now. 1. Identify your challenges and set the prayer. Instead of chanting with no direction, ask yourself, what am I struggling with right now? What is the ideal outcome I'm hoping for? That becomes your prayer, your starting point for transformation. Whether it's health, relationships, finances, or emotional healing, set a clear prayer that you can challenge with daimoku. 2. Decide your chanting routine. Let's face it. How can you wish to see change but not willing to change your chanting habits? How about setting a simple goal first? How about chanting for 10 minutes, 20 minutes minimum, keeping it consistent and daily to make that change? Remember, this practice of chanting is about yourself. It is your life and your karma. You need to be able to initiate that change before things change. Chanting a good, consistent amount helps break through inner resistance. It strengthens your life state. 3. Reignite your determination. Motivation comes and goes, but determination is what carries us forward. If you feel like you've been slacking, don't blame yourself or your environment. Just refresh your belief. Revisit your purpose. Ask yourself, why did I start this practice in the first place? And reignite that original vow. 4. Write it down and seek support. If your mind is cluttered or scattered, write down your prayers and reminders. Make them visible on your wall, your notebook, or your altar, and don't keep everything to yourself. Read up the Gosho or Ikeda Sensei's guidance. Talk to your leaders, your seniors in faith, or even a trusted friend in faith. Sometimes, just by sharing what's blocking us, we unlock something powerful inside. So if you haven't had a testimony in a while, it's okay. But if you haven't felt like you're seeing benefits for some time now, it might be time to pause and reflect. Let me speak to 3 different types of practitioners here. To those who say, I'm okay, nothing much to challenge in life, that's wonderful, but don't let it make you complacent. Set prayers for yourself, yes, but also chant for others. Be more observant. Life has its subtle ups and downs. When you complain or feel frustrated about something, those are the small things you can chant for. Show care and concern in daily life, because when you send love to the people around you, you're also healing and empowering yourself. To the busy ones. Yes, we know, work, family, responsibilities, it's a lot. But when you say, I'm too tired or I just don't have time to chant, ask yourself honestly, are you avoiding chanting because deep down you don't think it will help? Or are you just getting lazy? Be careful. This group often chants the bare minimum and eventually stops. This isn't just about time, it's about faith. Revisit your conviction. Why did you start practicing? Do you understand the power of daimoku to transform your karma? Talk to your leaders, talk to friends in faith. The real problem here might not be time. It might be that you're not opening up, not learning, and not understanding the true reason we chant. And when you don't face life head-on through practice, you'll naturally start avoiding it altogether. To those who say, I chant every day just for good health and safety. That's beautiful. And if you're a senior member with few desires, chanting for health and safety is perfect and admirable. Please continue with all your heart. But if you're middle-aged or younger and you never set any specific goals, that can be potentially dangerous. Why? Because without clear goals or challenges, your practice may start to feel stagnant. No exciting breakthroughs, no clear testimonies, and before you know it, you start losing motivation. Set goals that move your heart, even small ones, something that makes you want to wake up and chant with passion. So, in the end, it's not just about having a testimony to share, it's about living each day with intention, with purpose, and with compassion. Because as Nichiren Daishonin reminds us, if you light a lantern for another, it will also brighten your own path. Let's light that lantern for others and for ourselves, a prayer rooted in courage, and a practice filled with hope. Your benefit will come when your heart is open, your prayer is sincere, and your actions reflect your belief. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.